3 marriages, broken relationships, courtrooms, homelessness, years of addiction, and then he lost his brother. Most people would have believed there was no coming back. They would have been wrong. But if you only saw where his life ended up, you would have never believed where it started. Welcome back to the show. We are your hosts. I'm Damon.
I'm Daniel.
And this is the Prodigal Perspective.
Today we have Chris Pigg with us, and he's going to tell us his story.
What up, Chris?
How you doing? How you doing?
Better yet, Pig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down from Arkadelphia.
Working at Arkansas Baptist.
Man,
Yes, sir.
doing the thing, man. Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
What is up, man? This has been the long-awaited podcast episode, I think, dude. And now is the time that it happened. So welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you.
Let's start wherever good story starts. And I think talk a little bit about your childhood and where you grew up and how you were raised.
All right. My name's Christopher Piggy. I was born in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. My dad was in the military, so we bounced around a lot. You know, started kindergarten in Texas. We moved from Texas to Washington State, went to school in Tacoma, Washington. Came back to Arkansas, finished my high school and stuff up. Yeah, man, very religious family. I was always taught about God. It was always in the house. So, yeah, man.
I mean, just in your behaviors, though, dude, you can see that you had a very good upbringing, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, if you don't like Chris Piggy, then you are the problem, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
No, so you played basketball at Central Baptist College. Take us through some of that.
Oh, man. And my dad was big in the military, 32 years, and he was like, what are you going to do when you get out, man? And I just had enough of military. So
Yeah.
my thing was my Uncle Ricky Norton, he played for the Razorbacks back from 80 to 84, so he was always my childhood idol, and basketball was always my thing. So went to Central Baptist College, played up there. I was a part of a Christian rap group called 241.
241.
Yeah, man. We did a lot of shows, did a lot of churches and stuff, man. So, man, rapping and basketball, man, it was my way.
Got any bars on you right now?
Yeah, I got a few. I got a few.
Hey, so when you look back, what dreams did you have for your life?
Well, I was always a people person, so I wanted to do something where I could be with people. So, you know, after basketball finished, I went to cosmetology college and I became a cosmetologist.
So cosmetology school.
Yes, sir. So I've always done hair. I've been doing hair since about 1986. So, you know, I went on and got everything formalized and done hair in my own salon, Uncle Pig's Beauty Salon in Arkadelphia, right there on the campus of Henderson State University. For about 10 years. And, man, it was always something that I love doing and something that, you know, got a chance to communicate and be with people, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that addiction would be a part of this?
Not at all. Yeah, it was the farthest thing from my mind, you know, growing up with athletics and everything, you know, so I was always busy or, you know, doing the Christian rap thing and stuff. So I got married in 93 to my first wife. And that's when the drinking started, you know, little marijuana. Marijuana became a tool for me. And that was my first taste of, you know, of starting. I didn't consider it addiction. I considered it a hobby, but now that I look back at it, it was just the door that was opening for other things to come, you know.
I mean, man, people think addiction happens overnight, but obviously it kind of really does. You know, It kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you were just talking about just a little bit. But at what point did you kind of realize that, hey, man, I got like a real deal problem?
Man, I was working at a Petit Jean Poultry, a chicken place that was under the Tyson food brand, and we had a drug test. Failed my first drug test, marijuana, popped hot. So I went to a place called the Bridgeway up in Little Rock up here, did outpatient care. I didn't consider it a problem, but I couldn't stop. So it was a problem. So marijuana was my thing. Alcohol, my dad drunk beer. He wasn't really big on liquor. And so alcohol was always at the house. growing up. So, after ball and stuff, I drink beer, social drinking. But as time went on, it became to where marijuana and alcohol was compatible. One couldn't have one without the other. And now that I look back at it, I was very addicted to both. Alcohol is legal, of course, but
weed is now pretty much.
Weed is too, but it becomes illegal when it becomes a problem for us.
That's good.
I had no boundaries on it, and there was no way to stop it. Knowing that I'd have a urine sample coming up, I'd go all the way to 2 or 3 days before, and then go spend all this money at health food stores trying to clean out. Clean out.
I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
I've done that a bunch. Man, my favorite was knowing you're on probation or parole even, and knowing you're going to go in there and pop hot. And like, even one of my tactics was like, man, I'm just going to go in here and tell the truth. Like, if I'll tell them I'll pop hot for weed, really be meth, they'll never know the difference.
Right.
When I worked offshore in 2006, they started doing hair follicles, and I was like, I'll just remove all the hair from my body, wash my hair with the shampoo, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Did that a couple times.
It doesn't work.
So how did your addiction affect your marriages? I see you've been married several times. How does it affect that?
Well, greatly. Now that I look back over it, the hindsight, you get to sneaking around, trying to hide it from your spouse. That becomes a problem, which turns into lies that you got to stack up and stack up and stack up and stack up.
Yeah.
It takes time, it takes money away from your family, away from your kids. It got to whereas I was more married to the habits than I was to the spouse.
Yeah. That's hard.
It was like I felt like now that I look back at it, it was a part of me functioning.
Yeah.
Mentally, I would wake up in the morning. If I had a beer left from last night, before I go to work, I'd drink it.
Yeah.
Here I am, I'm a supervisor, and I'm going to work, half lit, smoking a joint on the way. Back then, we smoked joints. We didn't smoke blunts.
Yeah, you're talking about in the 80s. Good Lord.
Yeah, kids don't know about that these days. But it became a real problem, and then eventually turns into tickets. Then you're in with the law, get caught with a sack in your car, then you got your own probation. It became a miracle, a merry-go-round in my marriage because it had no brakes. I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
After the first marriage, it was part of the problem. And the second marriage, I worked on the highway during my second marriage, so I was gone a lot, so I could mask it a lot, With the third marriage, which lasted a little longer than everybody else's, in fact, 14 years, started out great, but eventually the marijuana graduated up to a different drug called cocaine, which sit Mary Jane in the back seat. I mean, didn't want her no more. That was the tell all. And once I graduated to that drug, it was all downhill from there. Yeah.
You ever remember thinking and I know this in my own personal story too, is man, I never thought my life was going to look like this.
Never. I mean, and then I look back, I look at classmates, high school and college, and then I would sit, I had a salon, so I was pretty prosperous there, but that addiction even took from it, the clientele. I started out with upper echelon clientele, then I ended up going house to house, to whereas I didn't even have a salon anymore. It was a game changer once I started doing cocaine. It became the gateway to hell, really. My whole life changed. My whole outlook on life changed. Where I had goals and aspirations, it just went to day-to-day operating.
So there's a part that you entered drug court. So take us through that.
Wow. So here I am, guys. I am not at rock bottom yet, but I ain't far from it. Just as fast as I was digging it, I was digging deeper and deeper and deeper every day. I got caught with paraphernalia and less than 2 grams of cocaine. And so instead of going to jail, well, I went to jail, but instead of going to prison, I took a plea bargain and I went signed up for drug court. Man, this is embarrassing to say, but I wasn't even drug court a whole week. Got caught again.
Wow.
Yeah. Passed out on somebody's porch I didn't know. Was going to visit my cousin.
Yeah, let's unpack that for sure.
Going to visit my cousin, Tiffany and Emil. Was going to visit them, and was so out of it. I went to the house next door.
This isn't Tiffany's porch.
Sit on the porch. Right back. They'll be home in a little bit. When I woke up, there was the black and white out there, and I'm like, "Sir, we got a call." You know, so I'm sitting there, and back then, I didn't have a salon then, so I was going from house to house cutting hair. And I had a backpack with all my tools in it. Well, he's thinking out, looked at your backpack. He went through my backpack. I'm like, he ain't going to find that in there. Lo and behold, there it goes. The old pipe. Yeah.
Pipe gets you every time.
Pipe gets you every time.
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia. So they took me back down, and so I just know that I'm going to prison. Never been to prison before in my life. So they gave me a sanction. I went to a place called DCC, ACC, up here in Little Rock, where they sentenced me to 10 months. They let me get out in 6 months instead of 10 months. But I did good for about a week, but it was the social habits. I didn't get a chance to do any more drugs, but what I did do was associate with another known felon. That sent me, they was going to send me back to ACC, but instead I went to a place called the Father's House, which was my first time ever being in recovery during the COVID year, 2020. So I did a year there and, man, got back in touch with the Lord, started doing real well. Okay. I got my goals back, got my aspirations back, got my self-esteem back. And bam, mom was getting sick. Yeah. And she got sick with cancer. And
at that point, you had like 3 years clean?
Yeah. I was working on 3 years clean. She got cancer in 22. And I was clean all during that time. So I graduated drug court, which was like drug court.
Puppies.
I thought graduating high school was good, man, but graduating drug court.
Puppies and rainbows.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I wanted to tell the world.
I did not make it through drug court.
Hey, when I say, man, you got to have some willpower for drug court.
Yeah, it's super hard.
Yeah, but I graduated, got my record expunged, no longer a felon. Life's going good, got a good job, drug-free, alcohol-free. Mom comes down with it, and all during her sickness, I did still done well. But when she passed, man, that old drug said, "Hey, I'll take your mind off of it if you try me again."
Yeah.
Not using it as an excuse, but I wanted to get away. I had lost my queen. That was a real hard time in my life. So mom's gone. She died in 2023, and I'm still doing good. I wasn't an everyday user, here and there, get around certain people, but I didn't keep it on me, have it. I was out of drug court, so I was free to do whatever I wanted to now. But then I get a call. 24. My brother was killed up here in Little Rock in Southwest, and still hadn't quite got over mom yet. I was really not even dealing with it. It was just like she's on a vacation, not really mourning like I should have. But when my brother got killed, that's when I opened the door, and that it was a full-fledged, all in 2 feet. I was about to lose it because I only had one sibling, just me and him, only 2 kids. Mom only had 2 kids. That was a different type of death because of the simple fact that, he was murdered. So that was hard within itself. By him being my only sibling, I felt alone.
Show up at EA.
I show up, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. Let me show you how God works. I'm riding with a friend one night. This is after my brother's death, and we get stopped. And lo and behold, the paraphernalia is there.
He just can't seem to throw the pipe out.
I mean, just get rid of it.
It's too much trouble to make another one.
That's mine, But so they come to me, and they had a man named Brady Harmon. He ran Southwest Probation.
Shout out, Brady.
Yeah, Mr. Harmon. He said, you know what, Chris, what we're going to do, we're going to get you some help. We're going to send you somewhere. He said, but I got a place that I heard of. Let me check in with them and see if they got a spot. Because I didn't really want to go back to the father house. You know how you've been somewhere and you be like, man, it's going to be embarrassing if I go back.
I do. I know exactly that feeling.
So it was like, man, I can't show my face back up out there.
Wouldn't do it again.
Man. So he calls me. So he made me sit there 14 days. He was like, there's a place up in Little Rock called Everett, Arkansas. He said, I'm gonna bring you over to the office. We're gonna do an interview. So we do an interview. That's when I first meet you two guys, and we do an interview over the Zoom, and I'm saying to myself, man, God, if you just give me the opportunity to go up there, I'm gonna do right. I want to change my life. That Monday, you guys were going to camp out. Y'all were camping out that weekend. So that Friday, I believe that's when Big T came, and then y'all came that Tuesday and picked me up.
Big T, you talking about Terrence?
Terrence,
yeah.
Shout
out
Terrence, yeah. And man, it was a great experience. Great experience, man. Still dealing with my brother's death and stuff. I had a setback while I was up here, man. I found a weed pen. I'm gonna show you.
With that paraphernalia.
I'm gonna show you just how hard the devil is, man.
Man,
so
just leave him alone.
I'm like, man, he just won't leave me alone. And so I'm cleaning up. I'm out here at these apartments, and I happen to look down.
It was the college, wasn't it?
Yeah. Happened to look down.
Get that lie straight, bro. Get it straight real quick.
At the college, man, I happened to look down, and I was like, man, there's a vape. Addictive behavior. Pick up the vape. I hit the vape. The vape wasn't a regular vape. It was weed. Yeah.
Found out weed vape.
So how long did it take? I can't remember, but I remember the conversation. I'm like, Big man, if you do this again, bro, like you gotta go.
Do y'all remember how it went down? So he hit it and brought it back to the apartment.
Yeah.
And then he left it. He left the paraphernalia.
And we happened to search the apartment
in the bathroom. And left it right there on the floor. And another guy found it.
So high, I couldn't pick up the pen.
So moral of the story is for Chris is like, man, hey, look, I can't ever get rid of the paraphernalia.
That's it. That's it. But I come to find out after taking this class called Into Me, I hadn't died to myself. And as hard as I tried to do it on my own, not a chance. 9 times out of 10, I would get the same results. I stayed here 6 months. The first time I come, and my brother's trial or his hearing and stuff was coming up, and man, I was catching myself looking over my shoulder. Everywhere I went, I was uncomfortable. I was going. I guess the morning finally hit me. I would lay in my room, I'd cry at night. Miss mom and my brother. Just overwhelming. I was on no medication then. Come to find out I had anxiety real bad and depression. So I went back to Arkadelphia. I went back. Got a job. Everything was going pretty good. Catching me some meetings, going to celebrate recovery, started hanging back out with the old crew. And this is one thing I can tell you about the old crew, and they'll always welcome you back.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's
Every
like
time.
a bucket of snow crabs, man. Like when they see one trying to get out, they just reach back down and pull it back in.
And they don't even know they're doing it.
No, it's second
pull that
nature.
dude back in real quick.
It's second nature, man. And and I went from everybody patting me on the back and telling me how good I looked, and 3 months' time, let's say I lost about 30 pounds. I got down so far. My ex-wife, who I was staying with, Angie, she said, "You have to go."
Yeah. Do we have a picture of that?
One day I looked at myself in the mirror and I said to myself, this just ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
I was still reading my Bible. I was still reading my Proverbs. I was going through the motions.
Yeah.
Without a community, it's very hard to succeed. Whatever you surround yourself around is what you are.
Mm-hmm. The sum of your 5 closest friends.
Yeah.
Get you a pastor and, I don't know, some kind of recovery leader.
Right.
My mom always said it like this: birds with feathers flock together.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
You be like who you be with. Let's shift gears. So what's God done since you've been here?
Man, totally transformation. When I got here, I weighed about 185. I know you looked at me and you was like, whoa.
Yeah, that before picture was rough. Rough.
Yeah, man. I weighed about 185 pounds. That's 6'4". That's kind of thin.
Didn't have no teeth in your mouth?
Didn't have a tooth in my head.
Got a whole new set now,
yeah.
Bro. Yeah, there's a video out there about that.
There is a really good funny video.
We did on New York, Kansas.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, man. So I called it. Like I said, I came back. Y'all were gracious enough to let me come back. And, you was like, I'll never forget. Daniel goes, "Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what, man. It's going to be a year." And I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, man, I'm with it. I'm with it, man, because I really wanted to change. And ever since I have surrendered, my life's been better.
Tell us where you work.
I work actually 2 jobs. I work daytime. I work at the Arkansas Baptist College. I'm a cook over there. I get to serve with some amazing people. Helping out, help shape lives, man. I got a grandson that plays football for Arkansas Baptist Cam, and I got 2 great nephews that are playing over there. So feeding them breakfast every morning, watching them get thick. Man, it's amazing.
Only God can orchestrate something like that, man.
Man.
Yeah, because didn't you know Fitz outside of here?
Well, I always grew up idolizing Fitz. Fitz came from Arkadelphia, played at Ouachita Baptist, I believe. He was a coach over at Arkansas Razorbacks, and I'm a major Hog fan. So I've always followed Fitz, read his book. So he told me, man, we did some serving one day, and I was cooking on the grill, and he was like, "Man, I'm going to get you over at Arkansas Baptist." And I didn't think nothing of it, but next day we're out to the lake one day, and Daniel said, "Hey, man, you got a job."
That's what's up.
Yeah,
but now
2 fish, 5 loaves.
2 fish, 5 loaves. Yeah, now, man, I'm 250 pounds. Yeah, God's amazing.
But what you are doing is you're paving the way for other people like you. And we're looking at your life, and I'm thinking, man, there's a blueprint right here. Mm-hmm. There is a blueprint for people that are coming through our program, and they're getting involved in our other programs, but they're also taking jobs that are involved with our program as a whole, our ministry as a whole. And y'all are paving the way, man.
Right.
It's super
You and Darrell both, man. Darrell's over there too. Darrell's doing welding.
It's an awesome opportunity. People look at serving certain ways, but serving is one of the best feelings that a person can achieve, man. Helping somebody, whether it's helping somebody, just being an ear to listen to somebody, a pat on the back, a hug. Mm-hmm. I seen y'all were cutting a yard the other day.
Man, that was rewarding, dude. I mean, I literally went home and thought about that for like 2 days straight, because the only thing that really resonates with me is like the woman, she come out and she said, I want to pray for y'all, and I just want to thank God for sending y'all. And it was like, good, at least she didn't recognize us as much as she recognized God.
Right.
And that's the purpose. You know, like we want you to see God through our actions and through what we're doing out there. And so that was super important to me. It moved me to no end. I mean, I want to do 1,000 other projects just like it because it made somebody go, okay, look, she said, literally, I've been helping people for a long time and all I've got is grief.
Right.
And then now God sends me some people to help. And God used us, that day to shine that light.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
That's amazing.
Saying yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's swap gears here. Rapid fire questions. One word to describe addiction.
Life taking.
That's 2 words.
Death.
That's pretty good.
Severe, huh?
1 word, freedom.
Integrity.
What's a lie addiction tells everybody?
You can't live without me.
That's what she was telling me.
Yeah.
What is one truth you know today?
That I serve a God with second chances.
Favorite Bible verse?
Romans 12:1.
Nice. I'm not going to ask you to say it. No. I know you know it. I urge you, brother.
By the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, pleasing to God.
Y'all are so good.
Yeah.
What do you believe in God for next?
Continued transformation.
Yeah.
The opportunity to continue to serve.
So I asked Jeremiah this last week, and so that camera right there,
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking at that camera, I want you to tell the viewers who may be struggling with addiction or whatever, they may feel hopeless or at the point of no return. What would you tell them?
If you're feeling like you're at a point of no return or feeling helpless and hopeless, reach out. Every Arkansan is an organization that God made available for you to use. They're here, and they're here to serve, but they're also here to help you through your addiction, help you through your trouble, help you through your bad times. If you're feeling like you're hopeless, I was there. And being at Every Arkansan gave me an opportunity to crawl out of that hole, and he can do the same for you.
One thing that stands out about your story is not that you never fail, is that you never gave up and that God never stopped pursuing you, man. I believe that accredits to a lot, the way you were raised, a faithful mom, and just kind of showed you and created you who you are to be today. I think a lot of it's your demeanor. There's something to be said about a person that has 3 ex-wives and they all love him still. And that says a lot, man. Everyone I've ever been around that has mentioned your name, they love you, dude. And so that's something to be cherished, man. And once again, dude, we are very happy and very glad and very honored to be able to share this story with you. Maybe you were feeling hopeless, and maybe, just like Chris said, that maybe you're trapped, man. I promise you that is never too late. You're looking at 3 people right now that were at the end of their ropes, but God stepped in and done amazing things in each of our lives in his own individual way. So until next time, we are your host. I'm Damon.
I'm Daniel.
And this has been The Prodigal Perspective.
I lose some rounds, but I still win. Feel hurting, man, I grew enough. Life taught me to never give up. Yeah, breathe the strength, breathe out fear. Every storm past brought me in on knocking ball. Just learn trust, life tested me, I adjust it. If life was easy, I'd still be small. Nothing ever taught me how to stand tall.